How do you sort out the so-called jargon from real-world practices that work? Do the members of your organization find some business or technology advice utterly confusing? Welcome to Real Talk with Sam Holcman. In this program, we set the record straight, and in terms that business people and technology people can understand. Now, here is your host, Sam Holcman.
Welcome to this edition of Real Talk. I'm Sam Holcman, and the topic for this particular broadcast is digital transformation. And I just want to give you a little background as to what we're seeing and what we're suggesting to our clients when it comes to digital transformation. Now, of course, every organization has different objectives on digital transformation. I'm giving you a hint on where we start. Well, what is the objective of digital transformation in your organization? We're going to suggest, and what we suggest to our clients, is that it's enabling business strategies through the use of technology in a manner that is different than what was done before. Now, that word different, of course, should have a measure. Change is different than different. What is the actual measure you're looking for in this transformation? Is it the reduction in cost for a transaction? Is it the ease of people doing XYZ or the stakeholder doing XYZ? So when people talk about digital transformation, the first thing we ask is, what is the measurable end objective that you're looking for? And then we can start with there. So we start with the end state of what you want to achieve with digital transformation. This is a hard question, it turns out, for a lot of clients. To simplify this, we sometimes hear, well, and I know this isn't exactly what's being said, well, everybody's doing it, so we should be doing it too. The question is, what is it? So again, we start off with, what is the end objective that you're trying to achieve? Now, once we establish that, we then look at, not on the technology side, but what is it in the business that may change? What did he say? Yeah, it's not lift and shift to a new platform. That's IT implementation, which may be the result of digital transformation. But is there some business initiatives, activities, processes that need to be addressed in order to make a shift in what is going on? So if you're going to, what's the phrase that's sometimes used? Pave over the cow paths. Well, that's one thing that you may want to do. You're changing from a gravel road to a asphalt road to a cement road. You're paving over the cow paths, and that may be what you consider to be digital transformation. But I think you're going to be bolder than that.
Every day in business, we hear jargon, see writings from so-called experts, and don't know what we should follow.
What should you follow is the question. Well, some experiences, I think, is what's very, very important. And so once we establish the end state objective, then we look at, and this is going to be quite simple at this particular point, what business actions need to be changed. The first area we're going to start off with is business process. What business processes, not enabled through technology yet, what business processes are you looking to address when you see that end state objective? So you sort of see a two-dimensional matrix. Say, here's the goals that we're trying to achieve with this digital transformation. Here's the processes that will be affected by that transformation. And that'll give you a good picture of where you want to start. Now, one of the things you may look at is when you see the desired state, and we always start with the desired state first, not the as-is state. This has to do with the human condition of once people see something, it's just a human condition. It's hard to move from that, what you're seeing. So those of you that have worked on this and have been advised, which we think is just absolutely incorrect, I don't know how to say it any other directly than that, you do not start with the end state last. You start with the end state, desired state first. And then you look at where you are and then you can build a roadmap. I want to stress again, this has nothing to do with technology. It has to do with the human condition of when we see something, it's hard to move in a bold direction from that first area. So we want to start off with the desired state first. Finally, then we look at the technology. I hope that little brief here gives you an idea of what we need to do when we actually look at real digital transformation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk. Be sure to join your host, Sam Holcman, again for another edition of our program. We'll have more real topics of discussion then.